Ishuboy Nunguna in the house, back with another bang on video where, ladies and gentlemen, bigger news for you guys. But first of all, let's first see the Ozil's contribution to Arsenal's attack, which has depleted since peaking in 2015-2016 season. And this is the number 10's graph. It is down to the downfall. I mean, it has taken a turn for the worse. But not only this, we'll talk about something really huge. Well, if Inter Milan sell Lautaro Martinez to Barcelona, they will make a move for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, is very well established. More on it, how exactly would be Aubameyang's future at Arsenal. And talking about it, Joe Willock, ladies and gentlemen, yes, Joe Willock has opened up about Arsene Wenger. He says Arsene Wenger was a very laid-back man, but when he spoke, everyone listened. He was Arsene Wenger, so everyone had to listen. He always taught me personally to play with freedom and enjoy myself. That's one thing I can take from him. Players who helped me, he said that at Arsenal, we're a very tight-knit team. If I have to name a few, I would say Luiz, Lacazette, and a few of the younger players like Chambers, Xhaka, because they're very vocal and big players in the changing room. I sort of gravitated to them more. Well, not only this, West Brom have confirmed that Nathan Ferguson will leave in a week's time when his contract expires. An outstanding young defender, Crystal Palace are well in front of the race to secure his signature, and so are Arsenal. Well, the reasons he picked them up in January remain, but let's see. Well, referee appointments for Arsenal's first game back at the Emirates. Arsenal, when they play Norwich, the referee would be Peter Banks, and assistant would be Daniel Cook and Rich West. Our fourth official will be Darren England, but the problem is VAR is Mike Dean, and you can understand that probably Norwich have a chance to win here. Definitely. Mike Dean is anti-Arsenal. We all know that. That is well established amongst all the Arsenal fans. Well, moving on. Pubs will reopen from July 4th because we all know that the government know that Arsenal fans are going to need a strong drink after Wolves away that evening. This was tweeted by James Benge, and I can understand the feeling exactly how that will happen. Well, moving on. Well, talking about the bigger things, Arsenal have made an inquiry to sign Patrick Schick, who is valued at 25 million euros by AS Roma. Well, he's been on loan at RB Leipzig. He's been at a very great run of form there, rich vein of form. At AS Roma, he was struggling, but he's found his rhythm at RB Leipzig, who may not, exercise their option to buy. But let's see. A wide player is desired by Arteta. On that list of options is Willian, who will become a free agent, which is attractive. Also, Willian is a very experienced, high-performing professional who may be able to help this development phase and help bring on these young players. Arsenal are expected to agree an extension to Cedric Soares' loan from Southampton and want to sign him permanently on a free transfer this summer. That is towards the end of the season, so probably they would want to, extend his deal from Southampton. Well, not only this, we'll talk about Arsenal willing to guarantee Aubameyang his current wages of 12 million euros a year, but the project does not convince Aubameyang because he wants to win and compete at the highest level. He doesn't believe he will get that should he stay at the Emirates, and is now looking at a move elsewhere, probably Inter Milan or definitely Barcelona. Well, talking about it, about Cedric Soares, Arsenal are looking to offer him a deal, but more on it. Keep watching the video and do subscribe if you still haven't, because we're on a mission of reaching 5,000 subscribers. In return, you're getting daily Arsenal content. Well, here's Arsenal's home kit. It is yet to be officially released, but it has been spotted for sale in the USA already. So you can say that, yes, this is the jersey, and if you love it, do let me know in the comment section what you feel about this home kit. And moving on, Charles Watts has opened up about the whole Mkhitaryan and Kluivert situation. We also have another update more on this video. But talking about the swap, he says, I don't think it's entirely nonsense from what I've heard, but it's going to be a difficult deal to do. Someone that I've spoken to who knows the Kluivert camp relatively well seems to think there is something in it. Wow. That's really good, isn't it? Well, Roma absolutely want to keep Mkhitaryan, and Mkhitaryan wants to stay at Roma, but Roma value Mkhitaryan at around £10 million. He is in his 30s with 1 year remaining on his contract. So let's see. But the problem is his wages. Arsenal cannot afford to make him sign another contract because those wages are really huge. 180k a week. That's too much. And Barcelona are reportedly hoping to find a buyer for Arsenal target Felipe Coutinho before the end of the month, where it looks like Barcelona want to have a deal in place for Coutinho before the end of June. They're keen to get the midfielder's 250k per week wages off the books as soon as possible. Kike Setín's side are even willing to pay part of his salary so he can make the move to Arsenal. Manchester City's backup goalkeeper Claudio Bravo is reported target for Arsenal, with Mikel Arteta's side fearful that Bernd Leno could face up to 12 months on the sidelines. The German goalkeeper suffered a horrific knee injury against Brighton on Saturday as he left the pitch on a stretcher after landing awkwardly following an aerial challenge from Neil Maupay. But it looks like it is possible. It is really possible. According to Spanish journalist Kika Marin, Bravo is seen as an attractive option for Arsenal as he approaches to end of his contract at City. He tweeted, Mikel Arteta knows that he's a reliable goalkeeper and he still has a couple of years of football left. So it looks like Claudio Bravo could end up at Arsenal. But not only this, Brits are loving the return of football with 53% watching matches over the weekend. Research of 2,000 adults revealed those football fans spent an average of more than 10 hours watching games between Friday and Sunday. And 37% admitted to soaking up as much of the coverage as possible, watching both the pre and post match commentary. But 1 in 5 admitted they were worried about their increased energy usage over the weekend as a result. With pubs and stadiums still closed to the public, free to view options meant that even more could tune in at home, including to watch the weekend's biggest game, Everton versus Liverpool. Well, talking about it, here are the future Arsenal fixtures. You can see it's not an easy road. It's definitely a big hilly mountain. Can Arsenal surpass it? Only time will tell. Well, Arsenal legend Jens Lehmann is reportedly keen on the Dundee United manager's job. Robbie Nielsen has swapped Tannadice for a return to Hearts after leading the club back to the Scottish Premiership, and it has been suggested that the former Gunners and German star has thrown his hat in the ring to replace him. Lehmann has coaching experience at the Emirates with German side FC Augsburg, and it is believed he is keen to get on the management ladder and views United as an ideal opportunity to do so. Well, talking about it, Arsenal and Spurs target Thomas Meunier has reportedly signed a 4-year deal with Borussia Dortmund already. Well, it has been said that the Belgian right back, who's 28 years of age, will move to Germany once his Paris Saint-Germain contract expires at the end of the month. Meunier joined PSG from Club Brugge for just £5 million in 2016. And let's see how things will turn out, because he's not being a regular Thomas Tuchel man, and that's the whole reason why he would want a move away. Well, moving on, Ali McCoy has echoed Sunsport's Alan Shearer in claiming that Arsenal face being seriously average for the foreseeable future. He says, it's worrying for them. What's worrying is if the club don't address this situation before their contracts run out, which they've got a history of doing, which is shocking business, really, really poor business. Arsenal are weak. I'm watching them play against a team like Brighton, who are fighting for their lives and fighting for survival, and I just don't see it with Arsenal. I see one or two really talented players, particularly Aubameyang and Pepe, who scored a great goal, but I just think they lack a bit of spine. They lack a hardness about them right through the spine of the team. And I'll tell you what, if they don't spend serious money, they are going to be average for the foreseeable future. Gary Neville has urged Mikel Arteta to emulate Sir Alex Ferguson to solve Arsenal's defensive crisis. He says, they just need to defenders with better concentration. There were elements of me that were emotional. When I was a player, Sir Alex Ferguson would knock it right out of me. He always said, I hate emotional defenders. He thought defenders had to be ice cold. You're going to make mistakes as a goalkeeper and a defender, but it's a second mistake where you try to win it back and you give away a penalty. It's where you try and win it and you can't win it. You've got to put away your ego when you're a defender. Delaying helps because your teammates come back. You get too many defenders who try and win the first ball and try to dive in, and we've seen that with Arsenal defenders over the years. David Luiz, Mustafi, Socrates, when he plays, they like to challenge when they don't have to challenge. They feel like they have to win the ball, and sometimes it isn't there to win. Well, talking about it, Barcelona were interested in Aubameyang in January and cheekily tried to see if they could get him on loan. Arsenal wanted £50 million then. Lautaro is Barcelona's number one priority, but they could turn to Aubameyang if they can't sign Lautaro because he won't be available on the cheap. But talking about it, Barcelona goalkeeper. Yes, Arsenal have identified Barcelona goalkeeper Neto as a replacement for Bernd Leno, who could potentially miss up to 6 months or up to 12 months. Kia Joorabchian represents the player and has a good relationship with Arsenal. Barcelona may hold out for 20 million euros, and Gunners are looking to secure a loan with a purchase option included, but this was rejected by Barcelona, who would only let him leave if it was a permanent 20 million euro deal. And talking about it, and the latest update on Mkhitaryan and Kluivert swap deal, Arsenal value Justin Kluivert at 25 million euros. Arsenal value Mkhitaryan at 20 million euros. So Arsenal are willing to pay 5 million euros plus Mkhitaryan for Kluivert, but Roma won 10 million euros at least along with Mkhitaryan. So it's just a battle of 5 million euros. I think that would be sorted in the coming months. And Arsenal are currently discussing the contract details with Cedric Soares representatives, which is practically done. And Arsenal and Southampton have already reached an understanding on extending the loan, which could be valid until 30th June. That is until the end of the Premier League. So you can see. And also, AS Roma head coach Paulo Fonseca says, "You all know already that we want Mkhitaryan and Smalling to stay. There's a good possibility, but the important thing now is that the players are focused on tomorrow." Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So we're on a mission of 5,000, on reaching 5,000 subscribers as soon as possible. That will help us to reach increase the reach of this supposedly Arsenal fan channel. So if you guys can help me out, just help me out with that. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.